Welcome to Misinformed with your hosts, Sean and Dimitri.
Not Brian.
Yeah, I had to look at you to figure out you were a different human. Today we have with us an incredibly special guest, one that we've had on before, and
Your long lost brother.
It always is an amazing conversation with this strapping young individual.
You guys went to the same high school.
That yes, if you must,
And
that
you're
is
both
true.
Jewish.
That's true. Without further ado, Rucka Rucka Ali.
Rucka.
Yeah.
For joining us, dude.
Thanks for having me, Tom.
So Rucka,
I like to call people by the wrong name, just so they don't get too chummy.
So Rucka is the controversial parody musician that we love. We've come to love. And he's coming off his probably most controversial song.
More than What the Blacks Say?
Yeah, I Want to Rape. So Rucka.
Excuse me? That song is from 5 years ago.
Oh shit, is it?
The statute of limitation in some states has already passed.
Damn it, that came up in my feed and I was like, why is your channel so messed up? Why are all the videos out of order?
You're asking me? I don't know. Why don't you get me one of them fancy network channel managers so maybe shit will start to work like it's supposed to.
Have you ever noticed that about your channel?
Isn't your manager on the couch?
Yes. Say hello, Dreadmere. Hey. Like kind of lean in maybe so they can see you. There you go. There you go.
We love Dreadmere.
I have a minority wherever I go.
Well, you gotta.
Oh my god!
These days, it's an insurance policy.
Oh my god! So before the show, we were talking about the kid that cried at Star Wars, the Star Wars trailer. What's the story here? What's the story, Bray?
The story is like you watched the new Star Wars trailer.
So a kid watched the new Star Wars trailer and he cried. Rucka, what are your thoughts on that?
You know, everybody grieves in their own way.
Wait, I think he was crying from joy.
Oh, well, everybody enjoys what they do, huh? I mean, I'm not one to judge. Have you seen what passes for a sexual preference these days? Am I right, straight white guys?
You're absolutely right.
Oh.
And by the way, I've been like tweeting out a link to this show. I don't want this to look like I'm just some guy who comes on an interview and just is on his phone the entire time. Because
your answers have kind of demonstrated that you're looking at something else.
That just a random.
My answers have been on point, so I think it's more of a testament to my ability to multitask.
Do you know statistically, men are poor at multitasking? What in comparison to women? So.
Oh well, it sounds like science has spoken.
That is true.
Put that in your back pocket. Exactly. Well, we are excited about this conversation, partly because
you broke it.
You broke it, first of all.
You broke the website.
Partly because we're going to be seeing you live, and not just us, but
he's on stage.
A few hundred, mayhap 1,000 people.
Hopefully 1,000.
We'll be looking at your face.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for including me on your speakers list. I'm obviously not used to it, but it's always a surprise.
I knew it. He threw such a fit at MythCon 5 that he wasn't speaking.
It was
pretty funny.
I understand David Smollett needed to be on their 75 different panels. You don't have time for a little old YouTuber.
David Smollett.
Well,
I think you mean David Smalley.
Yes.
Smollett was a different national.
Juicy Smollett.
Issue.
Smollett was, let's just say, somebody different.
We should ask David if he's ever faked a hate crime.
Yeah, we should.
We can ask him. Anyways, Dima, you're getting to the event in New Jersey, which is actually kind of Philadelphia. It's literally 15 minutes.
It's the same damn thing.
New Jersey's not the same thing as Philadelphia.
They're basically the same thing.
Okay. Anyways, are you gonna bring up the panel so we can?
I had them and then you left.
Oh, are you gonna share the panel?
I might. Okay, maybe
that would be great.
I'm gonna announce it.
That would be topical.
That's a thing. This is not our. No, we had a different name for this, but now it's this.
We had a different. What was our name?
It was a better one. I'll think of it in a second.
No, it was
Dima.
Nazi.
No, that was a different.
Okay.
demonetized, what role should corporate America play in activism? Oh yeah, it was Gillette. Gillette loves you.
That's right.
That's what our original name was.
Oh, Gillette. Okay, that's like we're talking about Gillette and stuff, because demonetized sounds kind of like, what should YouTube be demonetizing people? I thought maybe that's what demonetized symbolized.
No.
Well, I'm glad we're having.
No, I don't know. Why would I assume that? Just because the word demonetized is right at the top.
Good. We're gonna prep you for the panel.
I'm glad we're.
Please do. Let's do this. What is the panel about exactly?
All right.
I'd like to know.
So the panel is about.
It's called "What Role Should Corporate America Play in Activism?"
You got to put your NPR voice on now.
Can you? Can you do that? Can Mexicans do that?
Jesus Christ! So
I'm just calling out your race. It's not a big deal. We're all.
You're just gonna. You're Jewish, so you're just gonna undermine the whole thing and steal the money.
Yeah, and control it.
Demonetized. What role should corporate America play in activism? So essentially, it's saying, what do you think, Rucka, if any, role should corporate America play?
You're
so
the
like
worst.
the Nike,
you're the worst.
So like the Nike ad, the Gillette ad, all of that. What are your thoughts on corporate America getting involved in
Politics,
activism, social act,
like the Gillette ad?
Like the Gillette ad.
Yes.
It's pretty embarrassing. I mean, I wouldn't want to. Listen, I went to Comic-Con. I'm not like it's the first time I ever went. I went there for one day. And there was one of the panels was by Mad Magazine. So you had like all these, fat dorks in the audience. And then they're talking about, we're unrolling this new era of Mad Magazine. They're like, they brought it back to issue #1 and they're using the old logo from like the 50s. And they're talking about all the ways that Mad Magazine is going to attempt to stay relevant. And spoiler alert, they haven't been in quite some time to anyone. But one of the panelists was a young lady working on there, and she was talking about like, yeah, we're really like excited. We're going to be diversifying the staff and make sure that like women and minority women and all these different groups of people have more of a voice in the newspaper or in the magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the audience at Comic-Con was really feeling that. Like, it's not that they don't want the content to be delivered by women or minorities, but it's like it's already hard enough to deliver great content. And do you want the people at Mad Magazine to be diversifying their staff, or do you want them to get their act together and create some good white content, if you get what my drift?
No, we want them to write good jokes that everyone can appreciate.
Everyone can enjoy. Wait, so what did you hear? Booze? Like, how do you know people?
I mean, maybe I heard like an uncomfortable like gasp or like nah, but like you knew what everyone was thinking. These are nerds. These are guys who are like into comic books and stuff, and like they got some broad on the stage saying like, we're gonna get like our staff, like we want more of a voice. We want everyone to have more of a voice at Mad Magazine now. Like, excuse me, but the types of people that give a shit about that are unfunny. This has been demonstrated repeatedly. I'm not saying all funny people are good people, but I'm saying if funny is what you're looking for, then don't get people that are diverse. Look at this. I've been 5 minutes on your show. I'm already fucking sounding like a hateful human being.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna have an amazing conversation with the TYT folks.
Yeah, I think you and TYT are gonna get along.
Well, we will get along because you're white. Oh no, actually, I don't know. I don't care. I feel like Sean right now. I'm just making up what I say as I go and just seeing where it takes me.
Pretty much. You figured out my formula.
Yeah. No, well, look, I thought it was going to be about like demonetizing and videos getting demonetized. And I thought I was going to have to like approach this topic and try to sort of veer it towards something that makes sense. Cause you're going to have a bunch of people trying to look smart, trying to look thoughtful, talking about, well, we got to be responsible for and I'm going to try my best to sort of unpack this complicated situation. But it sounds like you're just talking about, should Gillette release ads about toxic masculinity? And that's just like a fun, easy subject to just kind of poke and prod.
Of course, you can riff on that, and you can talk about the other companies that are doing it. I mean, not everyone is PC. Are they doing, are they doing okay in the zeitgeist? I mean, you're on the Twitters. You know what people are saying about brands that are out there and very vocal, like with the Ben and Jerry's. That's what it is.
#resist.
What?
That was their ice cream.
Is that their ice cream?
Yeah, resist.
I thought they had one that was called Bernie Sanders.
I'm sure they did too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off here.
No, now I don't
you were
know.
saying.
I don't know what I'm out.
Okay, so does it make money? I mean, for a corporation to continue that trend, does it make money?
Yeah.
You think it does?
Yeah.
I hope you bring those stats to the stage. I can't wait.
Oh, now I got to bring stats to the stage.
We have to have at least one person.
Doesn't make
prepared.
money. Yep.
I mean, when I think of like buying shaving needs, I think about Gillette. Right? Like it put Gillette on everybody's radar now.
That's true.
Yeah, but you think now when you go to buy it, you know that you're supporting a brand that stands for a particular thing. There's going to be a subset of the population that doesn't.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes you got to stand up for what you believe, and I got to stand up for Gillette. You know, thinking outside the box. You know, like Mad Magazine. You got to diversify opinions.
Got to diversify.
Oh my God.
Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You walk into boardrooms at any company, whether it's a radio station, a TV station, a shaving needs company, whatever company it is, you walk into the boardroom, you walk into any company, and part of corporate culture is just taking for granted the politically correct, like, realities that you get out of universities. It's just like, oh, these guys, you know, men are oppressing, you know, white men are oppressing everyone. That's just, there's no debating about that, because that's not the place to debate. It's just like, oh, okay, everyone's into diversity right now. How can we show diversity? Oh, everyone's into you know, the defeating the patriarchy. How can we talk? How can we address that? Nobody's going to be the guy in the boardroom who's like, well, hold on a minute. Actually, I was just listening to Jordan Peterson and he said such and such. Like, nobody wants to be that guy. You know, it's bad enough you're already getting fucking fired if you, you know, say the wrong thing or, you know, say something lewd to the females in the boardroom.
Or massage.
Yeah. John's like, yeah, tell me about it.
Awkwardly massage.
Yeah, unless you're Joe Biden.
Yeah.
He got a pass. He got a pass.
For now.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that it's a long-term pass, because the dude's leading in the polls, and I mean, the writing's kind of on the wall for that one. There's not another contender that's as relevant as him. I wish we had someone like, I don't know, Andrew Yang, for example.
You love Andrew Yang. You just want $1,000 a month. I'll support that.
Of course you'd support that.
Yeah.
You know who wouldn't support that?
Ben Shapiro.
Mr. Ali.
Rucka would not support that.
What the fuck? You think? Can you explain this to me? Why $1,000 a month taken from the pocket of your neighbor is something you're entitled to? Please.
It's not taken from the pocket of your neighbor.
Oh no, he's gonna give you. He's gonna give you the classified section, and you're gonna find a job and make $1,000. Is that what he means?
No, it has nothing to do with that, because every single person
here we go
is getting $1,000 a month, including your neighbor. So it's a reciprocity, or there's what's it called? There's equality across all people who are getting the
equality of what? Where someone needs to be paying this to everyone. Where's this money coming from?
It's from a variety of sources, but
oh yeah, dude, so from a variety of sources.
No.
You sound like one of these corporate people that doesn't want to answer my fucking question. You sound like a fucking politician. Oh, it becomes ours. You ever see Office Space? So you're stealing money? No, it becomes ours. You taking money that isn't yours? No, it becomes ours. Okay, this money does not exist in a vacuum. Somebody needed to have it taken from them. So what Dimitri is saying here, Dimitri, the guy who claims to agree with me, but just thinks I need to tone it down with the philosophical mumbo jumbo, he says, just don't ask where it came from. We'll all get a little bit of money and we'll feel good. And we don't need to think about the fact that we're riding on the fact that someone else is going to make the effort and create this wealth. And we can just keep on milking him dry until he finally notices that we're all living off of his teat. Is that correct?
Are you done?
I think I am. I think I am done. I think I've been done.
Good. Tap Drew in here in a sec. If you get tired.
So it's interesting.
Listen, hold on. No.
You're not gonna win Rucka over with your terrible argument.
100% I am, because this motherfucker is trying.
I'd love to hear this. I'd love to hear this.
Okay,
win me over.
First of all, I've covered this in other podcasts, so it's not that.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. I listen to all. I follow you your appearances very closely. So of course I've heard this. How silly of me to ask.
Exactly.
You should know his position, Rucka.
You should know it.
I should.
So when I say it comes from a variety of sources, the sources are defined. I simply didn't want to waste your time describing them. But if you'd like, we can go into detail. So
I don't think you know enough about this.
I do know enough about it. So the majority of, so it's something like $1.4 trillion, and I can't remember where all the allocations come from, but the largest chunk, $800 billion, give or take, is going to be eaten up by a VAT that is value-added tax. That's obviously something we don't have today. That's going to be at half of the rate that Europe has it at. And it would be able to extract tax income from sources that we currently aren't able to tax today because our tax system is flawed. So you have companies that are paying virtually zero in taxes. They're harboring their gains. The value-added tax would be able to extract that and distribute that to the populace. Some of that money would come back in terms of a tax. So it's something like $200 or $400 billion would come back as taxes because people would go out and spend that money.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
That's 100% true. If you get, well, you might not spend $1,000 a month, but someone who actually needs it is going to go out and spend it.
So you're a Keynesian, like, through and through? Is that just what you conflate with, like, just economics? Oh, this is just, everyone knows this. You have money, you're stimulating the economy, and that money was taken from somebody or printed by the government.
No, it's not that it was printed by the government, because I wouldn't advocate for inflation. But when you have money that's sitting in corporate accounts and that may be paid out as bonuses, or I don't know what they do with it. Maybe they use it to fund overseas operations.
Are you advocating for taking people's Christmas bonuses right now?
Jesus Christ.
No. Oh,
and that was
what Dimitri means to say, and you know the Russians are always great with long-term economic planning. What he means to say is just take it from the big corporations. They won't miss it. Don't worry. They'll play along. We'll get them to do it for now.
They will play along.
Are you going to the Andrew Yang rally tomorrow in LA, Dima? Are you flying out there?
I'm going to fly out. Rucka's going to go in my stead.
Rucka, that would be great.
He's going to hold.
So you're putting everyone on welfare. Now, the one question I would ask you, even if you're willing to suspend your own judgment, even if you're willing to trade reality itself for this illusion that this Ponzi scheme can work, even if you're going to do that, how possibly do you expect me to believe that it's going to stop at $1,000 a month? Because how quickly will people be saying, I can't live off of this? And then what do you do? Now that you've set a precedent that says everyone gets free shit, then how do you, and you can't even decline it. It's not like there's some shame in going on the dole. We're doing away with that. Now it's just everyone's automatically on the dole. Now what? Now, how do you deal with the fact that right off the bat, everyone, Republican, Democrat, and every goddamn person in between is all saying, oh, $1,000 isn't enough. Oh, look at me. I'm pregnant again. Oh, shit. My job just fucking had to lay me off because they're getting raped in order to give everyone $1,000 a month. Where's my money?
Ooh, and you stole people's Christmas bonuses.
Yeah. Fuck Christmas, right? Right, yeah. Dimitri?
Yeah. Dima laughed when Notre Dame was on fire.
Yeah.
He called me up laughing.
He hates the true Lord and Savior, doesn't he?
Yeah. What a
apparently
dick. Who laughs about that? That's history.
Well, clearly,
bad enough you killed him. Now you got to ruin Christmas too. You know how Sean's people love Christmas?
Yeah. Feliz Navidad.
No,
that's it, right?
I don't have an answer for the curtailing.
You're so fucking like, this is it. You're just willing to throw your support behind this moron. This is like Obama all over again. A bunch of people that don't know how the fuck any of it's going to work are just like, yeah, this is new and fresh. I'll get with this. Perfect. And then what? nothing good comes of it, but everyone acts like, yeah, everything went just like I thought it would.
So you are right in that the Obama years was very much new and fresh. And he was a well articulated black man who was going to change things for the better. No, in this case, it is a well articulated Asian man, and I don't think.
I think you're being racist. Because he's Asian, he's good with math. Is that what you're 100%? Right,
Jesus Christ! Evidently not, because he can't deal with the most basic facts of how numbers move.
Listen, you're every time we talk, it inevitably comes down to the fact that you are just a closet anarchist, and so what people who are in your camp fail to understand is that society needs certain controls, certain borders. And now you're going to come back and you're going to say, well, freedom trumps everything. And, we need to be able to make our own decisions. And we need to have an underlying philosophy where people are going to work and they're going to be. I understand where you're coming from. And I
don't think you do.
It's an amazing sentiment. I love it as much as communists love the means of production is owned by the state economy.
Oh, you would know.
It is a great. It sounds like
you guys always fight. This is,
but it's just it's a pipe dream.
It's a Rucka fight.
It's a pipe dream.
Yeah.
Thank you for demonstrating how the idea that, well, we need some safety net, we need some government regulation, we need some redistribution of wealth, just a little bit. Thank you for demonstrating how that just slight violation of people's rights inevitably leads to a moron promising everyone $1,000 cash, and the alleged guy who gets it can't wait to throw his support behind that retard. He's not even offering you a lot. $1,000 a month is all your dignity costs.
But that's the entire point, is that it's not supposed to be enough for you to sit on your ass and do nothing.
That's what's worse about it. It's so symbolic. It's just getting everybody to agree that, yes, it is the government's place to give everyone, to guarantee everyone a little bit of money. It's just enough to get us to that next stage where now it's like, oh, I can't live on less than 45 grand a year. I can't live on less than 75 grand a year. Oh, now you're paying me 150 grand a year, but we've got Zimbabwean inflation and nobody's producing anything, and my dollar can't buy anything. I need $1 million to buy a glass of milk, but that's not enough. I mean, I'm playing your little game. I'm arguing economics with you when I should have a boot up your goddamn ass talking philosophy. But I'm playing. We're doing this your way this time. I'm just arguing basic economics. You're calling me an anarchist. I'm very clear about the role of government. It is to protect your rights. So to violate somebody's rights in order for somebody else to get $1,000 a month is just that. You have now agreed that rights are not inalienable. You've agreed that rights are a favor from society, a favor from the government. So they're not ruled by any principles. They are only here as long as it's convenient for everybody else. And that's all Andrew Yang wants. All he wants is for rights to be a favor. That's all he's asking. He's saying, let me just violate people's rights just enough to give the government a blank check for the future. And then we can just keep on growing it. And it's not like Yang is like new at this. This has been going on for 100+ years. It's been going on for 150 years.
It has, but no one's actually enacted a UBI program.
Oh my God! Well, everything's a mess, from antitrust laws to the welfare to Medicare to Medicaid, Social Security. It's all created an insane mess. It's all lowered everybody's ability to get along and to survive and to take care of themselves. Both mentally and materially. And I forgot what else I was going to say.
I mean, maybe there is a kernel of truth in there.
But there's more than a kernel of truth, because when I said, yeah, you think rights are just a favor from society, you said, yeah, absolutely. I'm a Russian materialist piece of shit. I don't have any principles whatsoever. So let me offer you the following. And this is, and we all have our opinions, but here's one of the people who actually were bright enough in an age before you had iPhones, in an age before you had even almost before there was even a printing press, so you couldn't even print money.
Don't forget that what you're about to say, I gave you this platform.
What platform?
This pedestal to be able to shill for you know who.
Is that really what you think?
No,
I don't understand. I don't follow.
I'm excited. I'm excited because I know what's coming. Tell the people who they need to follow.
Vote for.
No, not
follow.
I don't want to give it away. I don't want to.
I have no idea what you're saying.
I don't want to steal your thunder, man.
Are you having a stroke?
You're about to talk about the next coming of Jesus, which she came and then she was gone. She will rise again.
Who are you talking
Would you like me to talk, or do you just want to give your opinion of what I'm going to say?
I'd love to give my opinion. First of all, it took you long enough. No, Rucka, I'd love to hear it from your lips.
All right. So we all have our different opinions, but here's the one of the people who, even almost before there was a printing press and before you had all these fancy gadgets to distract you from how unprincipled and fake your opinions are, and before you had a Twitter mob and all these morons around the world feeding into each other's bullshit, there was a small group of hard asses we call the Founding Fathers, and they had the balls, they had the moral certainty to stand up to the most well-trained military, the most well-funded military in the world, and say, we're gonna be free or die trying. And they picked up their bayonets and their muskets and they ran up and down a hill like a bunch of idiots in order, just for the principle that you have a right to live without having force applied to you, without any governing principle. And you're saying, that's just one opinion. I'd rather people's rights just be a favor from society that we can just rape at any time. So that's the difference. You've got your opinion. I've got my opinion. My opinion can be best symbolized by people running up and down a hill on a scalding hot day to kill some English people in the name of living on your own independent judgment. And, you've got your Soviet economists who thought, hey, just keep on giving shit out or just promising shit and get the people to go to work.
I mean, I would hardly call Milton Friedman a Soviet economist, but sure, you could disagree with him and countless others.
I do disagree with Milton Friedman, and I do disagree with countless others. I disagree with almost anybody. So Milton Friedman, he is not like a hero of mine that I like guzzle at the sound of. If you thought you can just say Milton Friedman and I would just drop everything and say, oh, okay, my bad, I'll have to look into that.
First of all, I know it's not a panty dropper for you. I did not mention.
He said guzzle.
That was.
Here's the problem. People like Milton Friedman, they understand how economics works, but because he doesn't have a philosophically integrated worldview, he thinks like, yeah, sure, a little bit of a safety net is fine. And then it gives us people like you who are like, sure, stealing from the most productive in order to give to the least productive, or stealing from the most productive in order for everyone to have a pathetic amount of money a month. Yeah, sure. What's wrong with that?
So I think you're going to have to contend with a lot of people being fucked and dead. And I don't think that's going to work out very well. It hasn't worked out in other countries.
Oh my God, there's never. Oh, here. All right. This is the same argument every time. You say that capitalism is anarchy and mob rule, and I say the opposite. A lobby system such as we have, from that all the way up to full-on state ownership of the means of production, everything that is not capitalism is basically mob rule. And look at what we have. We have a lobby system where we have competing interests pushing at each other. I mean, look at Sean nodding his head. He knows what he has to do to get by. He knows what he has to do to get by. Look at you, Dimitri. You know what goes on. You know what kind of favors you have to do.
Jesus. Does it include guzzling?
Yes. What you trade with when you agree to a lobby system, what you trade when you agree to have rights be compromised and violated just a little bit, you are trading your dignity, and you are agreeing to live in a system of mob rule, of gang rule, where you need to align yourself with other people and gang up on others. So I am a protector of minorities. I'm a protector of those that don't have the means to align themselves with other thugs to gang up on everybody. I'm saying the individual is the smallest minority on earth. You know who else was a minority? And you know who else was an individual? Jesus Christ. That's right. That's right, Sean. Vote for me.
And then Dimitri killed him.
Yeah.
And then
nothing's ever enough for Dimitri. It's just never over.
He has a dartboard at home with Ayn Rand's face on it, and he just throws darts at it all day.
Yeah,
he does.
Behind my back. Oh,
she's got a lot of holes in her. Okay, can we get off the founding fathers now? Because this is
I love them.
Can we move on to something more topical, please?
I love them walking up and down hills.
Okay, yeah. So what? I don't know what that means.
Mount Vernon.
So Rucka, so we got a lot going on in the news right now. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's kids crying at Star Wars, and then there's Jim Jeffries. Have you been following this at all?
Yeah.
What a fucking... So I love Jim Jeffries. So here's the situation. I loved him. All right, I did. His comedy's always been great. It's been across the line. But ever since he's got this show, he's been doing these things where he's interviewing people and then taking them completely out of context and like uploading stuff.
We can only assume because
because the latest one with the guy from Australia, where he recorded the entire interview and then played back the entire interview with Jim, and it's completely different than.
That's what I'm saying. Is that's the only recording we have, so we're assuming it's a pattern of behavior.
No, right. Well, I'm just even doing it once. It's messed up, you know.
Oh, 100%.
So, Rucka, what do you think?
Well, Jim Jeffries, he's kind of like the Milton Friedman of his industry. Like even though he's mostly a great like entertainer and stuff, but because he's not fully principled, he at one point he began to compromise a little bit, and now it's gotten to the point where he is just a full-on employee of the mob. He is full-on ruining people's lives in order to get one shitty episode of his show on Comedy Central, and that's really what you get. And maybe if you want to see kind of a glimpse of your future or even your present, Dimitri, maybe watch an episode of Jim Jeffries.
I would love to just watch the slippery slope in action.
I think it's terrible. I think, like I had so much respect for that guy, and if you're doing that to people, it's just not cool, I mean, that's one of those things where I'd rather he just masturbated in front of women, and that would have been fine.
Well, what I would like is to say this: the things that Jim Jeffries openly says are already a sanction of violating people's rights. The things he openly says are already horrendous. So the fact that he's also hurting people on a hidden camera, it should not be a shocker to anyone. It's just you're only seeing him act out what he believes. By the way, it is terrible that things like The Daily Show and Jim Jeffries do that. But I mean, I should point out that actual news shows do this, and they're much more careful about letting people record the raw interview. Yeah. So you should really distrust the news.
That's true.
So they prevent people from recording?
Yeah, so like if you're doing an interview with NPR or the BBC, they'll prevent you from recording. Absolutely.
Or CNN or Fox News or any of them.
Yep. That's
sucks,
so true. Man.
Well, if they cut you up and then we've had segments where I've said things, and if you cut them a certain way, they actually a dude did that during the bomb threat.
What?
He cut some video that I did and then made me out to be an anti-Semite.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, you are an anti-Semite. I mean, that guy cut you up. That wasn't cool.
Yeah, he made it look like you said I hate Jews or something like that.
Yeah, so, I don't know,
and he doesn't realize.
You're just an all-around hateful guy, huh?
Yeah, not only do I kill Jesus, but also the Jews.
So, Rucka, one thing I've always wondered, what's your process? Like, how do you pick songs to do?
It just kind of occurs to me, It's kind of like Jesus used to have prophecies before he was brutally murdered against his will.
So you're saying your song, your lyric writing process is like Jesus?
Yes.
Okay.
It's divine.
It's divine.
It is.
So is there a real answer to that? Because I always...
Well, listen. I mean, aren't you a writer, Sean? You look like kind of a
no.
Well, you write all these intelligent jokes while we're doing the podcast here. What's your process? You just kind of think of something and you write it down, or you say it.
But how do you pick the song? Like the song that you're going to parody?
You have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's not like you have an idea. You need the right. Or do you just?
Are you telling him what it is?
Yeah, please explain this process to me. You're already forcing me to give $1,000 a month to everybody. Please tell me. Tell me how it is that I do my job, Dimitri.
Well, Ruckington, what you would do is find a song that has a beat that makes you, kind of bob your head. And then once you find that song, you go, what can I make rhyme with,
Did you just tell him how to do this?
Despacito. And then you say, okay, I think I know what I can do with that. Or you cram in whatever word you want and you just, I don't know, make it fit. I don't think you could do that, but maybe.
Oh, Weird Al does. I might as well try it.
Oh, shots.
Hey. Weird Al does do that.
To be fair, Weird Al is not as bad as Bart Baker.
I don't even know who Bart Baker
Bart
is.
Baker.
Oh, well,
no one knows Weird Al.
He was getting a lot of YouTube views for a long time, but I think he, with the demonetization being what it is, with the adpocalypse, imagine these high budget videos, like they cost a lot of money to produce, and then you post it, and then like within a minute, it's demonetized. It's like, holy shit, that's got to suck.
And then you're just giving it away.
Yeah, I mean, he's just not. I mean, you put money into a video, you're hoping at least to have a chance to make some money.
You get that sweet Subscribe Star money.
Oh, speaking of which, we are on Subscribe Star.
That's right, everybody.
We keep forgetting to all 10 people that will listen. We are on Subscribe Star. So Subscribe Star, it'll make your dreams go far. That's their motto, right?
That was really gay.
Subscribe Star, don't leave your kids and animals in the car. That's the motto right there.
Rucka, you should do a collaboration with Sean. He's got a lot of really good ideas.
I should, and he does.
Just a lot of music that we could be.
Subscribe Star is Russian, we found out.
Yeah. That's why they got in the game after
Patreon.
So we are here today to advertise and promote Minds IRL, which I am very excited because I'm going to be on a panel called Demonetized. What role should corporate America play in activism? So can you help me understand a little bit what the topic is? What's so funny, Sean?
Yeah, we're doing a terrible job.
What are you talking about? It's easing into it. It's
easing into it.
The event,
can you talk about the event?
The event started with after MythCon 5, Tim Pool reached out and he said, "Hey, I want to do this thing," and it was right in line with what we wanted to do.
He said, "Hey, what up?"
And then he introduced us to Bill Ottman of Minds.com, and Bill was like, "Yeah, we want to do this thing too." So now we're doing this thing. It's a series, Minds IRL series, and I'm excited. It's a lot of work, you know, and you got to like deal with like certain speakers you don't always want to have on stage. Like Rucka, I mean Brittany Simon. Anyways, no, she's awesome. But so that's where we're at right now, and this first one's gonna be all panels of different topics, which is gonna be fun. And the second one is gonna be
Sean,
way different.
Would you say Would you say that this is the equivalent of MythCon, or
It's definitely.
What would the average conference goer look at this as?
Yeah, it's MythCon. We're not doing MythCon this year.
Okay, so higher production value. It did
higher production value.
We've got more firepower in terms of promoting the event and making it bigger. And
Minds has done a really good job with
and
that.
Minds is like a serious organization.
Company. Yeah, and they're actually they're going out on the limb with this one. I'm really happy to work with them because Twitter would never do this. YouTube would never do this. I mean, we've seen VidCon.
Well, Rucka, you've been to VidCon, right?
What?
You've been to VidCon, right?
Yeah, I mean it's nearby, so I usually go.
Yeah, what's your experience?
Do you enjoy yourself?
Sometimes. It's kind of like it's like a convention. It's like you got like an expo hall and a bunch of like, it's really for the family-friendly creators more than anyone. It's like how YouTube wants to be seen. And then you got like a handful of people who go there even though like YouTube doesn't really want them there.
Yeah. And then you guys like hang out outside and with the fans and take pictures.
Have you ever tried to be on a panel?
My fans don't go to VidCon. No. Why would I try that? I mean,
just for shits and giggles.
I can't even get like ads on my video. You think they're gonna put me on a panel?
That's why he's stuck at ours.
Yeah.
Like what not to do.
Yeah.
Like
that would be fun. Like what not to do.
Like how do you get kicked off multiple times?
A couple years ago, I went to Playlist Live, which is like the Florida version of VidCon, and Harry, my Asian manager, the guy who later got famous making videos with Whoa Vicky, you know who she is. Harry, he's a great manager. So he got me on like what I thought would be like a panel. It was like doing less with more, how to like we use a low budget to create great videos, obviously is my expertise. And then, although the audio is not low budget, but the visual, you know, less is more. Let's just put it that way. Although the skill that I use editing it, that is, I mean, people would pay thousands of dollars a minute for that, but the actual materials used are not overly expensive. And
I feel like the gay one had a lot of production value.
Yeah, that one. See, it is. I don't know. Yeah, but this was so long ago. This was even before that video was out. So maybe if that video "Am I Gay" had been out that year, Playlist would have assumed that I'm gay and then put me on one of their panels. But they put me on Doing Less with More. But it wasn't even a panel. I went to it. It was like during lunchtime, like during the lunch hour. You had like a room full of morons who like want to be a YouTuber. They want to learn. So we get like the most like C-list YouTubers here, like a bunch of people that no one's ever heard of, to like kind of take turns sitting at like each little round table to like give
like a speed dating thing.
Kind of like that, but like with a group of people at each round table and kind of like answering questions and a bunch of shit. It was like, why? I mean, I guess I know why. These guys want to learn something that they need to be able to just kind of know how to do on their own. And then a bunch of no name creators want to feel important. But I guess who am I to talk? I was there. I went there. But it was cool being like on the creator, you know, folder, because then we all went to Universal Studios the last night, and that was nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you self-aggrandize? Did you sit there and give him a little philosophy?
He got the prime spot lunch hour workshop. That's prime.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can't even teach you philosophy. Why would I try to explain it to them?
Man, you just gotta keep swinging that pickaxe.
Wow, I never heard of this. But anyways, so this conference is going to be way more entertaining than that. Let me tell you. It's going to be fun. And, you know, the people we got lined up are exciting. I mean...
Yeah, who do we got? You're
going to be on there with two progressive voices and Josephine.
You want to know their names?
Moderating that. Yeah, so we have Graham. I'm trying to do it by memory. Hold on. Graham Elwood.
Graham Godot.
No, Graham Elwood and Jeff Waldorf. Those are two progressive voices. Yeah. TYT Nation. And Josephine. My name is Josephine.
She's awesome.
Yeah, Dankula is going to be there. You know, Shu, Armored, Sargon, Megan Murphy. Sargon and Dank did their live event today in London. Surprised Rucka wasn't there for that.
Yeah, I'm surprised I wasn't there for
Rucka,
that.
You're to the last one.
Your music to come on stage is going to be What the Blacks Say. Just saying.
You're saying it like that's going to make me look bad compared to...
No, I'm concerned because Josephine might walk out. And
the title is Ending Racism.
Yeah.
We can't play that song.
That's true. We can't.
That's the one song we can't play.
No.
That's the one song.
That's the one song.
We can play
China.
Na.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
I love how cynical you guys are about this whole thing, and you forget you're on camera. This is broadcasting to all of the internet. You're the organizers of the event to end racism and end bigotry and end authoritarianism while promoting universal basic income.
That's what
aka gang rape from the government.
Listen,
and that's fine, but it's like this is the kind of thing people try to hide from the public. You're proudly going on YouTube and admitting how hateful you are.
Hey, you remember what you said about the founding fathers and how brave they were? Well, take that bravery and multiply it by 10 and you have us.
Boom,
dude.
Boom.
Very true.
We're the
very
true of badass.
Very true.
Badassery.
No. Yeah. This event's going to be awesome.
No, I
don't think we're being cynical about the event.
No, and at the end of the day, there's nothing there's nothing inherently wrong with joking or whatever it is, as long as you just don't have hate in your heart.
That's very true.
Real talk, son.
That's like a Buddha message.
That's true. Well, hang around more Russians, you'll get it. And
yeah, they're doing great.
A lot of philosophy coming out.
And hacking. The
idea is that we do bring a lot of different voices from different perspectives, and they can joke around. I mean, and that's the beauty.
Bringing people together, man.
Like we've talked to, for example, Josephine multiple times. She knows that we're not offending her or what. I mean, we've talked and we have a really good relationship.
Rucka knows.
Why are you so intent on propagating this relationship you have to the one black speaker at your event?
Oh, because you insinuated that my "what the blacks say" comment was somehow derogatory, and I said, "Listen." Also, did you catch that dig? Did you catch? I almost missed it.
What?
He's like, blah blah blah. The one and only black person that you have attended.
Is it? Is Joseph? What? No. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't see colors, so I don't exactly. I don't pay it. I'm like, okay, well, we need, and I'm gonna get 10 of these, and I'm gonna need 2 Asians. I'm not ordering off of a fucking race menu.
We have more women speakers than men speakers. Boom.
Oh, you did count
progressive. That? We're progressive. Wow. I think so. I don't know. I'm just going off based on what the website says.
But it also doesn't matter what you do or what you say, because I mean, last year we were overwhelmingly, whatever the fuck, female and minority, and it didn't matter. We're still
Nazi camp.
Yeah. So
can you explain to me this panel that I'm going to be on? What exactly are we going to talk about?
I
think we've covered that a couple of times.
I'm unclear.
He's taking copious notes. Also fucking with you.
Do you support corporate America getting involved in the activism?
Do you support Nike
and I guess
raping little Chinese kids?
Would corporate America also include Hollywood corporations?
It includes exactly where Rucka lives. He is in the cesspool.
No,
soaking it in.
Is that corporate though?
LA?
Hollywood?
LA is douchey corporate.
You're asking if Hollywood is corporate?
Yeah, is it corporate? Is it technically corporate, or is it more cultural?
I mean, it's incorporated people creating products and selling it. I don't know. I mean, it's not.
I don't know. When I think of corporate, I think of like
you're incorporated too.
Yeah, we're incorporated. We're not corporate.
I'm saying everyone's that doesn't. That's the nature of a capitalist economy. Is we all have entities.
I think of our sponsor, Gatorade. Gatorade is our sponsor. That's what
Jesus
I think
Christ.
With
I wish.
Corporate.
Can you swing that, Sean?
No. No, we don't have Rucka's Asian manager.
Yeah, Rucka, can you give us your Asian manager?
Absolutely.
We want him to line up a few sponsorship
It's gonna be fun. All right, use code Rucka. You save 10% on your tickets. It's gonna be fun just to see him up there. This is gonna be a wild card.
Wild card? What are we talking about? We're talking about why is it called demonetized? Why is that in the title? I thought it was going to be like a panel about should YouTube demonetize?
We have covered the fact that you don't understand the word demonetized. Yeah. So at the end of the day,
get woke, go broke.
Oh, I get it. Dimitri, demonetized.
Yeah,
that should be your rapper name.
That should be actually.
I'm trying to picture it in gold lights.
Or the name of your sex tape. Demonetized.
I would monetize my D.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's a great porno name.
All right, so you thought you thought the name demonetized would be like a cool name in the title, but it's not actually about YouTube demonetizing people.
Well, again, it's
not our idea.
Well,
whose idea was it?
A collaborative effort. We had
We
had very spicy titles.
Save that one.
What was our original title?
Oh yeah,
Nazi
no,
dogs.
Gay frogs and Nazi dogs.
Oh no, not for this one. No, it was Gillette Loves You.
It was Gillette Loves You.
Gillette Loves You.
Conversation about
conversation on corporate America and social
something
change or something.
Yeah, but that didn't happen because that was not seen as PC friendly.
Yeah. You know, we got to play the game, Rucka. Like
yes.
like Ayn Rand.
We got to play the game. Dude, I just realized you have Ninja Turtles in your living room. That's fucking amazing.
It would be amazing if this was my living room.
Whatever. God, Rucka. Where are we in
well, everyone that was running the show is now left
in the
of boredom.
Are we
Thanks, guys.
Are we in den number 3?
Hey,
I'm still trying to figure this out. What is this panel about, and why me? Why am I the one to tell you what corporate America should do? The guy whose last job was like minimum wage handing sandwiches to people.
Listen,
Jesus Christ.
The best way for someone to talk about this is for someone who hates everything and also life. Okay?
Yes.
So we're trying to throw a grenade in this foxhole and just kind of see what percolates.
Yeah, just cut what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck corporate America, as Afro Man once said.
Yes, and you're the grenade.
Now, you know the funny thing is, weed companies are becoming corporations.
Yep.
Go.
Tell me
figure
more.
That out.
Tell me more, Jonathan.
No, just think about it. I mean, they're all, in the legal areas. They're creating corporations around weed.
There's nothing wrong with that. Fucking dude, make money.
Yeah, as long as we're taking all the money that they make and giving everyone $1,000 a month to do nothing, then Dimitri's a happy guy.
Well, that's the one thing
happy.
I will support Yang on, is he said he would legalize weed and free all of the prisoners that went to jail for non-violent drug crimes for weed. I do support that.
He's a good 100%. He's a good man.
He's a great man. He wants to free them from jail and then take all their money away. What a fucking saint. But at least he'll give them some money, enough money to buy some shitty weed every month.
Or start their own business.
And start your own business, Rucka.
Oh yeah, start your own business. Yeah, there it is. We love business now. Just don't be successful, then we hate you.
No, you can be successful.
I don't know where I stand on the UBI thing. I
know. Nobody knows where they stand on anything because no one has any goddamn principles, but I know where I stand on everything.
I would love $1,000 a month.
As much as I think that you are,
so I'm in the middle.
Are idealist. I love the fact that you stand by your principles. That's what
when I was living paycheck to paycheck, driving my shitty car to deliver shitty pizza. Actually, not shitty pizza. Papa John's,
great pizza.
He's made a bit of a name for himself since then.
You got me too.
It seems I work for Subway Jared and for Papa John. It's like, I don't know. You guys better be careful working with me. I don't know what the future looks like for you.
Are you handsy?
So I was working at Papa John's when George W. Bush, the Republican, the capitalist, the
cowboy,
the cowboy, the wild west laissez-faire hero of the right, the libertarian anarchist George W. Bush announced everyone gets $300. Everyone gets a stimulus package.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what you can stimulate.
These nuts.
And I talked to the owner of my business, a nice Chaldean gentleman, and I said, why am I getting $300 a month? He said, oh no, it's not everyone. It's just people who make under a certain amount of money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't know if I'm comfortable with this. He says, well, you're the one who's getting the money. I said, yes, I understand, but I don't know. I don't think this is the right thing to do. He goes, you're getting $300. You're the one getting the money. This is the problem with Chaldeans, Dimitri. You know this better than anyone. No principle.
No one knows about them. We can be racist toward them.
Yeah.
I do remember that. What was the outcome of that stimulus? Did it actually?
Oh, we've been riding high ever since.
They've been brilliant.
Everybody's doing great.
Well, we were coming off of Clinton, who actually was doing great.
No.
Economically. Yes, he was.
It was just
economically we were paying back the debt, and
he just lucked into an economy where
we cared about, but the economy actually was really, really strong.
I suppose that while Bill Clinton wasn't allegedly raping multiple women, he at least did allow his Republican Congress to deregulate a little bit.
Yeah. Listen, Rucka, as a proud objectivist, you should be okay with those women giving hand jobs, because you know what? At the end of the day, it's their freedom, it's their body. They should be able to do whatever they want.
That's another panel we have.
I don't know how women giving hand jobs came up just now, but I do support the legal right to give out hand jobs to consenting adults. I don't need to agree with it on morally. It doesn't need to align with my values.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. See,
we have a TBA on that panel. We still need someone, so who knows? Just get Rucka on there.
Which panel? The hand job panel? Is this like a circle jerk taking place?
The sex work panel. We have one on. What is it?
No, it's like the corporate event you went to in Florida, where people get around a circle, and then we see.
There you go. You've already got me on a panel talking about something I know nothing about with corporate America. Why don't you get me to talk about fucking sex work?
Yeah, it's now not safe for work. How prohibition amplifies problems. Originally, it was, what was it? Sex work.
I don't remember. It was very spicy.
It was sex work. You all consent to this panel.
Yep,
that's what it was.
That was great.
Yeah,
we were going to talk about sex work.
You guys put like 90% of your thought into like a clever title, but then it's like confusing what the panel is actually about. Like mine is called Demonetize, and I thought it would be about should YouTube be, censoring quote unquote certain political views, but not others. But you're like, oh no, this is about like corporate America, like the Gillette ad and all.
Which is exactly in the fucking title. So what happened was you read the first word and you didn't get farther than that. You were like, oh, I know what this is.
Why is the word demonetized in there at all?
We're going to communicate with all the speakers and moderator before the
You event. Are more than welcome to share your
just like we did
particular.
Last year. So you would know that last year, but you didn't speak last year.
Yeah.
So. Well, I felt a little. Yeah, that's true. I was not invited to speak last year. Good thing.
You did speak at the beginning. No. Yeah. He gave a preamble.
And I also almost hosted moderated the panel on like SJWs and all that, but because David Smollett was MIA and he showed up at the last minute, but up until he arrived, I was gonna be hosting that panel. Wouldn't that have been
you were so pissed?
So yeah, I didn't. Would have been a blast and a half. Yeah. But I was a little bit like, I wouldn't say stressed, but I was a little bit like, how am I going to go about this panel about demonetization? And now I need to try to unpack the fact that, Silicon Valley may be one of the freer sectors of the economy, but the economy at large is far from free. It's largely regulated. The finance sector that makes the entire economy possible is the most vilified and regulated. So I need to like unpack this whole demonetized. Yes, it's a private company, but we should be pushing for more privatization, not more nationalization. All these things I was thinking about, but no, it turns out, we're going to talk about corporate America. So now I don't even need to think about it. I just get to get up there, talk some shit, crack some jokes, have some fun, talk about nothing, and life is good. So I'm actually really happy about this.
Yeah, we made your job easier. It's great.
Thank you. Thank you for making my job easier.
Any decisions we make, we always think, what would Rucka want in the situation?
Yeah, absolutely. And then we act on an adjacent idea. So
you're such a dick.
If you would like to come up with some examples of corporate action or non-action that you don't agree with, because I think that's more fun than, I don't think there's any company that you agree with. It just, I feel like would go against your nature. So who did you say? YouTube?
Oh yeah, love YouTube. No, it's great. I when people point out to me that I dislike everything, I'm always like, oh wow, I never noticed that. Yeah, you're right. I absolutely hate everything. Wow, it's interesting.
Oh my god! And it's so funny.
Pick the three that you dislike the most.
Dima has the worst reputation of disliking everything.
I am a ray of sunshine.
No, you've been
in comparison to Rucka.
Well, we know Dimitri likes big overarching government. As long as it's not a corporation doing it, he's happy days in Dixie.
That's true. That's true.
I would love that $1,000 check. Nom, 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 nom.
What is your dignity worth? Cha-ching.
That's true.
I believe it's $1,000.
You guys still in Milwaukee? I bet $1,000 there is like a month and a half of rent.
Dude, it goes a long ass way.
Yeah. So no wonder they're pandering. They're pandering to Middle America with this bullshit.
They are pandering to Middle America.
Yeah, $1,000 goes way further here than in LA. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You could buy 2 Starbucks ventis with that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No,
just about.
So we're really excited, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes,
the series is gonna be awesome.
We're gonna have everyone prepped.
We're gonna have an exciting guest on next week talking about it, Count Dankula.
Oh, sounds exciting. Good luck in understanding a word he says.
That is gonna be a challenge.
Rucka's such a dick. It's so funny.
We'll guest Skype him in to just throw jabs at Dank.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good one. But yeah, no, the event's gonna be fun. The LA one is top secret right now.
Yeah, tell me about this secret LA one. You said
I don't know anything.
You said next year is totally different than this year. What's going on next year? I'm curious about that.
I can't talk about it, man.
Why not?
Well, we got to plan it.
Other than because nothing.
We have ideas. We have ideas. Big ideas.
Other than not including me as a speaker, what are some of your other ideas?
That 100% is part of the plan. Not to. This is actually this is. So what we're doing, we're going to throw a cage match, and then whoever does the best on these panels gets invited to LA.
Are you guys still looking for speakers for this year?
Yeah, we are. We have a couple TBAs. We have one on changing your mind, which is a headliner panel, or it's the last panel.
Aren't those minority spots?
And then the other one is the NSFW, how prohibition amplifies problems.
Also, there's no way Brittany doesn't know someone in her field of expertise.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, he asked if there was open spots. Yes, there's 2 open spots, and the last panel, we're still figuring that one out.
What's the last panel?
So it started with a fireside chat between Tim and Bill.
Oh, is that gone?
Well, we're thinking about how to make it exciting. Just put it that way.
Cage match.
No, we do have some ideas though.
What made you guys decide to go full leftist this year?
Well,
full leftist.
Well, Dan, we decided we looked into ourselves.
Who's Dan?
Is that a joke? Is there some guy named Dan who I should be aware of?
Dan Rather over here.
Oh.
We decided to look into our hearts.
Yeah.
And said, you know what? We should stop being hateful. We should stop being.
Oh, are you talking about the title?
We should stop being hateful racists.
AKA, you're bracing yourselves for everyone to call this like a hate conference.
And so we are combating racism.
I just wish you were doing this like a debate cage match. I want to see all these people eat each other alive.
Like debate whether or not to end racism?
Or something. Don't get Sargon to do the self-reflecting. I like him when he's angry.
Well, that one's not really about self-reflecting. It's more about being able to say when you've changed your mind in the social media sphere. Because
you mean how like the entire anti-SJW movement changed their mind about Barack Obama after voting for him twice? Or do you mean how the entire anti-SJW movement changed their mind about identity politics?
Yeah,
because they all joined the alt-right. Which one of those are you?
The second one happened.
I'm a little bit hyperbolic.
Well, if that happened, that'd be hilarious. But no, it's more, people get stuck in positions like, supporting Ayn Rand or something. And then they can't get out of that position because they can't admit to their loyal audience that.
Oh, I got it. Like the way someone like you guys or Sargon will respond to the social justice people by saying, "Hey, come on, we're all individuals." But then when the rubber meets the road, you're fully happy to throw the individual down the steps, to rape him and take $1,000 out of his pocket so that everybody can get a shitty apartment in Milwaukee. Got it.
Rucka.
That would get you a nice apartment.
Get you a really nice apartment in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Hey, someone would like to know how much it would take to buy my way into USC for a degree in economics.
Ooh.
How much do you think that would cost?
I mean, I don't even know what college costs outside Milwaukee, so I don't know why you're asking me this shit. Is this part of the corporate America panel? Because I'm getting ready to talk about some shit I know nothing about. If you want to help me prepare.
Oh, we'll help you prepare. We'll do a brainstorming session or two.
As long as you bring those facts that you have, we're gold. We're golden.
We'll get you nice and buttered up, and then you're gonna get there, and you're gonna be everyone's best friend, or not.
Are you talking about Uncle Becky or Aunt Becky? What was it from?
Yeah, let's get Aunt Becky.
Let's get her.
That would be amazing.
Can we get Lori Loughlin on? She's
Lori
gonna need.
That's right.
Can we Skype her in from jail?
Yeah, Skype her. No, I don't think she's in jail.
She's pleading not guilty.
Yeah, she's pleading not guilty.
Good luck.
Takes some courage.
Yeah.
Takes balls.
I'm no legal expert, but I've had my brushes with the law, and my understanding is when you're trying to reduce your punishment, you just plead guilty and you let them kind of use lube on you. But when you plead not guilty, it's going to trial, and we are looking at all the evidence, and we are like dragging this out. And then if you're still guilty at the end of that, the judge is going to feel like you wasted his time.
Oh yeah, no, you're fucked.
O.J. Simpson pleaded not guilty.
Well, clearly he wasn't guilty then.
I watched that with Cuba Gooding Jr.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
It was good.
Oh, it actually was good because I didn't know a lot of that stuff.
David Schwimmer as the Kardashian.
Yeah, as Robert Kardashian, who died from guilt cancer. He died of guilt cancer because he knew OJ was guilty, and then it was hilarious. There's this one scene with all the Kardashians as kids. Yeah. And he gives this speech in front of like Kim and all the kids and Khloe and all them, and he goes, "The Kardashians don't care about fame. That is something we don't care about. We're principled. We believe in honesty and truth and all of this. We don't care about fame. It's fleeting." And
it was pretty cheap.
It was kind of a cheap shot at him. And then the kids looked at him like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And because they're all social media influencers.
I know.
You get it?
That's wild. I love them.
And it's David Schwimmer.
My view on influencers is the same way as Rucka's views on, making a healthier society.
What's that?
We both hate them.
Why do you say things and then don't explain it? You do it all the time. You're like, my view is this. The other day you said, my view on eugenics, and then left it there.
Oh my God.
And then moved on to the next subject. I was like, no, we don't know you. What are your views?
That's what you want. You want to leave the suspense there.
Jesus Christ. You know my views on eugenics. On to the next thing. What were we talking about?
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. So Andrew Yang.
They're worse than.
Hey, Rucka, did you know that you actually agree with Ben Shapiro and Andrew Yang? Isn't that kind of funny?
Hilarious.
Is it funny?
We know how much Rucka loves.
Is it funny because they're both Jews, or funny because he hates?
Rucka loves Ben Shapiro and he makes a lot of videos in support of him. All the time.
All the time. Him and Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson. Yes.
Rucka.
Hold on. Ben Shapiro is very good at arguing the pragmatic case for free markets. While giving the moral high ground to its enemies. So he's very, very good at sort of rolling out the red carpet for the Andrew Yangs and the Dimitris of the world. He's very good at handing the moral crown to the AOCs of the world. But while just briefly pointing out that capitalism works better than communism. So he's very good at that. So I agree. Ben Shapiro really is the great thinker of our time. He really just doesn't get enough respect.
Jesus Christ.
I hope
if you want to hear more of that, check out Rucka Reacts.
Check out Rucka Reacts.
And
it's a fun channel.
It is fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Sure is.
And then folks would like to know when you're releasing your next song, because you're
and what is it?
You're a lazy motherfucker.
Let's just say, I'm a lazy motherfucker. Look at my release schedule and then look at the Mythicist YouTube channel. You tell me who's lazy. I release so much goddamn content. I got a couple new songs. I'm working hard here, fellas. And my next song, let's just say, if you thought my last videos were a little controversial, on the controversial side, you're gonna want to see this next one.
Ooh, can you give us a tease as to what the
nobody's
what the topic is?
You can go ahead and just.
It's a parody of Ariana Grande's "Thank You Next."
Ah.
Every time I hear one of your parodies, it ruins the original for me.
I know I'm ruining just the greatest works of art for you.
No, but that's what I mean is I love it because half the time I don't even know what the fuck the song is.
Yeah.
It's like
it's like when your friend Andrew Yang ruins the value of money whenever he takes it from one person and gives it to another.
Yeah, I think it would be. It's a good analogy. Probably like that. Yeah.
I'm like a troubadour.
So, Rucka, who are you voting for?
When? What's happening? Are we
in 2020? Who do you vote for in 2020?
Fuck, I can't vote.
I'm gonna guess.
I don't vote. There's nobody to
He
vote.
doesn't vote.
Do I look like I vote? Like, do I seem like the kind of guy who like
no, I
gets
guess
up and goes
He goes out and pickets, man.
middle school gymnasium to cast my ballot for some fucking thug?
Yes,
I refuse to participate in this democracy. The
So
founding fathers were amazing, but this is shit.
You both voted for
Trump,
right? Are you happy with your president?
You know, the founding fathers did set up the whole president thing.
Good point.
Yeah,
that's true. They were really smart guys.
Yeah, they said we need a president and a White House. So
yeah, let's keep it that way, huh?
They were super racist. I know. Well, Rucka, we appreciate your music, and we are entertained by your reactions.
And I love seeing you guys argue.
And
come to the next event. That's all it is between these guys.
Yeah, we always have a really good time.
Why are we not doing a panel? Why are you putting me up there with the corporate America people?
We should put you and Rucka up there.
Yeah, that would be a fucking show.
I'm serious.
Be a sword fight and a half. Yeah. Well, I always love chatting with you behind the scenes, and the people that do go are going to get to do that. I assume we're going to do an after party. So that's all that is.
I just want to point out the person who allegedly called me lazy. I guarantee that person is not even subscribed to my goddamn channel. So people love to talk shit like, "Oh, are you still alive, motherfucker? Why don't you pay attention?"
Dima's the one that called you lazy.
Oh, well, he's not subscribed.
Of course he isn't.
Of course I am.
He's not. He doesn't listen to this show.
What do you subscribe to? What do you subscribe to?
To I am Rucka, or whatever the main one is, the one that's got like a million fucking.
It's Rucka.
Guess what? That's not where my next video is going to be posted, so you won't get to see it.
Wait a second. What's happening?
Well, because he has like 18 accounts.
That's right.
Jesus Christ. Why would you do that? Or is that gaming the system?
I would call it gaming the system. I would call it diversifying.
Utilizing the system to its full capacity.
I mean, people have multiple channels. What, am I the first one to do that?
No,
that's
but
true.
Then I'm clearly subscribed to the wrong one.
Clearly.
So which fucking hey, there's a button that says subscribe to all Rucka channels.
Oh, you could do that?
Apparently.
You can?
Yeah, it says it right there.
Did you just do it?
Well, I have to
that.
But I have to click on each one of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it doesn't actually do that.
But it gives you a little.
No, you need to click 5 different separate times.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
That's like fucking slavery all over again.
Yes, it's exactly like slavery. That's
Yeah.
exactly it. Rucka, we love you.
We left Egypt for a reason, and it was to discover Ayn Rand. So let's discover her together.
Yes, let's do this together.
In New Jersey, in
Rucka,
November.
Promo code Rucka. Save 10%.
Wait,
hey, everybody, save 10%. Buy your tickets today. Guys, you're not going to want to miss this. Is corporate America stepping out of line with this? You're going to see me up there. They paired me up with a couple of fellows from the Young Turks and the only black person willing to talk to these guys. We're going to have a nice time.
Jesus Christ.
Can we please play that as an actual commercial?
We're going to have a nice time. Yeah, I'm going to cut that out.
Please do. Please
no.
do.
I would
the promo.
I would love to cut that and actually use that as the promo for this panel. Yeah.
We're gonna just have it on screen, and
we're gonna have intro music and outro. That's what it's called. It's 100%.
All right, Rucka, we love you. We gotta let him go, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. This is always this is my personal favorite conversation of any guest that comes on. So I love it.
That is true. All right, Rucka, hold on one sec. We're gonna stop the show.
Later.
Thanks, everyone. Count Dankula next week. Good show next week.
Hell yeah.
Peace out.
Count Dankula and Subscribe Star. That's the two morals.
The two morals.